I love you from afar. Okay, so I find out through something like Google News or something, every time I open a tab, news stories. If I open a tab right now, two of the three things that I have up, oh no, where made it go? There it is. Okay, are mysterious radio signals from deep space detected, and repeated radio signals are coming from a galaxy 1.5 billion light years away. So I went and I looked it up because it was epic. Because repeated radio signals from anywhere in the galaxy has been what we've been looking for years. It's why there's actually a town in Pennsylvania where you're not allowed to have any kind of cell phone or TV or radio or really anything, because they are looking for radio signals, and they have a bunch of what you guys would think of as dish signals, dish satellites, these things. Yeah, well, they're actually pointed up at the stars because they're listening. Point of the story is, I want to know where these are coming from. So I do research. The research I did, and I guess I'll post this right here, is, okay, well, it tells you where to find them and tells them what they're called. They actually call them FRBs, which are fast repeating bursts, I think is what it is the type of radio signal. And basically, what they said in this article was that they actually have other pinpoints, but only a few, like maybe like 4 or 5 times have they actually encountered these radio signals. This is an epic thing, because that means that it could either be, they could be a magnetar, which is a type of star, which is a pulsar star, with a lot of huge, strong magnetic wave field, not wave. Sorry, hungry microwaves. Point is, I tracked it down to the Aruga something. Basically, it is the chariot barrier. Where is it? Right here is the word. Aruga constellation. It lies in the northern hemisphere, and it is Latin for the charioteer. Now, I will tell you. There's the post for that. And I'll have it in my chat. Here is the Kitcher, I guess. This is the metaphysical mumbo jumbo thing I was talking about. I looked at where it is and what it's pointing at to. It's the exact opposite of our center of our galaxy. Sagittarius is the center of our galaxy, that constellation. It's the Milky Way. It's what looks like the tear in our stars. Well, this thing is actually coming from the exact opposite of that. It's not towards the center. It's towards the opposite way. It's towards the big void. It's towards the arm. It's the best I can describe it is there's not a lot of activity out there as far as we can tell, as far as we can see, because we can't really see very far from where we're at, and it takes a lot of instruments and big research and NASA and stuff like that. Point is, this Canadian satellite picked it up, and it is coming from a constellation that is the Charioteer. If you know anything about Hermetic lore or the Kabbalah or Thoth or anything that's coming of light right now, you know that Thoth is also very similar, if not the same entity as Hermes. Hermetic lore and Thoth's emerald tablets are very similar. Hermes himself actually claims to have come from Egypt in research that I've done. I can't really have references on that one, but we're gonna go with my mumbo jumbo, okay? Not claiming this as science or creditable, but it's actually kind of really interesting when you think about it. The myths itself, and I will read this myth on the Aruga constellation, because it mentions Hermes. I'm gonna have to say this right. Ariga, maybe. I don't know. Tell me if I'm telling it wrong, okay? Ariga is usually depicted as the charioteer, holding the reins of a chariot with his right hand and